We should all be thankful for modern medicine, because back in the day, some of the medical practices doctors performed were quite sketchy and definitely not safe at all. From soup made from poop to removing healthy organs. Let's talk about this and more only in today's video. Starting off this countdown, we have the removal of organs. Dr. Henry Andrews Cotton believed that mental health problems were caused by infections within the body. So he thought that by removing organs, it could remove any mental health problems. He would have patients' teeth, tonsils, gallbladders, stomachs, spleens, testicles, or colons removed, and figured that that would cure them. Which, I mean, as you could guess, it didn't really work. He just exaggerated the success rate. In our 9th spot today, we have Obsidian Blades. Fun fact, but back in the day, Obsidian Blades were used during procedures. Obsidian Blades are at least 100 times sharper than stainless steel surgical scalpels. But the only problem is that it could break or shatter into pieces and then get into the wound and cause a series of problems. But apparently cuts made from them may heal more rapidly with less scarring, so that's a plus. But it is not FDA approved in the US. A number of small surgeons in other countries, though, do use these blades. In our 8th spot, we have bariatric surgery, otherwise known as the lobotomy of the stomach, which just sounds gross. This is a form of weight loss surgery, and it's still done today. You might know it better as gastric bypass. There are multiple methods that can be done to help individuals lose weight. The first being a band placed onto the stomach to basically shrink the size of the stomach so you're less hungry and you get full quicker. Or parts of the patient's stomach is actually removed. Although it's FDA approved, a number of people have had serious health complications following this procedure. And probably hundreds of years from now, scientists will analyze our modern medical practice and be like, what on earth did they do? They tied off someone's stomach? How wild. Moving on to number 7, we have insulin shock therapy. This was a form of psychiatric treatment used from the 1930s to around the 1950s. It involved repeatedly giving patients large doses of insulin. This would end up giving them daily comas over the course of several weeks. It was thought that this treatment could cure schizophrenia, but by the 1950s it became less popular as a doctor claimed that the treatment had no effect on schizophrenia at all. Instead, it could cause irreversible brain damage. In our 6th spot, we have trepanning. This was another wild treatment that was said to treat mental health issues, or even migraines. It's said to be one of the oldest forms of surgery in history. So they thought that mental health issues or migraines were caused by a demon or evil spirit being trapped inside of a person's brain. So they invented trepanning, which basically involved drilling a hole into the human skull. This was then said to free the evil inside of them, causing them these issues. Scientists first discovered this procedure after analyzing cave paintings from the prehistoric people and saw that they may have done this procedure. After the procedure was complete, if the person was still alive, they would actually keep the part of their skull as a good luck charm. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with the shock treatments. Shock treatments were used to cure a number of problems, including impotence. Some doctors would cure this by filling a bathtub with electrodes and then having the person sit in it and zap them. Another method was placing a rod with currents running through this inside the man's urethra. It wouldn't cure them on the first go though, so they would need to undergo this treatment multiple times. And each treatment lasted 5 to 8 minutes. Nice. Then by the late 1800s, electric belts were said to cure kidney pains, nerve issues, backaches, headaches, and fatigue. Moving on to number 4, we have the nosebleeds. You know how nosebleeds were cured back in the day? With a red hot poker. That's right, but it's not what you think. They didn't shove it up the person's nose to cauterize the wound. What they would do was hold the red hot poker under the nose. Or they would tell the person to steep a linen rag with vinegar, burn it, and then blow that up a person's nose, which would probably burn their nostrils. Like vinegar? Oh no. Another way that they would cure nosebleeds would be by getting blood removed from another part of the body. This was known as bloodletting. Around 200 CE, if someone had continual nosebleeds, then they would have their elbow bled. In our 3rd spot, we have the cysts. Bible cysts were the name given to cysts that developed on one's hand or wrists. It was given the name Bible cyst because one way that they would cure it was by whacking a Bible over it to pop it. They used the Bible since it was big and heavy. Another way that they would try to get rid of these cysts were by touching it with a dead man's hand, or by taking a bullet that they killed an animal with and then strapping it to the person's wrist. Don't ask me why they thought it would heal the cyst, but they believed it would. In our second spot today, we have the cigarette cure. Did you know that back in the day, asthma was thought to be cured by cigarettes? Yeah, you heard me correctly. Meanwhile, cigarettes and smoking damages your lungs and can cause asthma. And the cigarettes used in the late 19th and early 20th centuries were made with a number of toxic ingredients like stramonium, belladonna, and of course, tobacco. And in our number one spot today, we have the yellow soup, and you are about to lose your appetite. I hope no one is eating right now. So back in the 4th century, a doctor thought it was a good idea to take dried stool from a healthy individual to then give it to another person suffering from diarrhea or food poisoning. The person would then ingest the poop orally. By the 16th century, another Chinese doctor created yellow soup, which was a broth containing dried or fermented poop from a healthy person, and then it was given to someone suffering from the same symptoms. I can't even imagine what that tasted like, and honestly, I don't even want to know. I don't. Nowadays, stool transplantation or fecal microbiota transplantation is used, but not in the same way. This time, the stool is given by an enema or from inserting a tube into the person's stomach or small intestines. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. Let me know in the comments below which one of these medical practices you thought was the wildest. Let me know. Let's have a discussion. And now, speaking of comments, let's move on to our comment shout-out portion. I'll be shouting out comments from the video. Top 10 strange times people saw their souls depart. Vlad the Impaler commented, if I ever had an out-of-body experience, I'd give the doctor a wedgie. What? I don't even know what to say to this. Like, if you were having a surgery and you had an out-of-body experience and it scared you, would you try and give the doctor a wedgie while you're having the outer body experience? Or would you wait until you're back into your body to be like, screw you? Let me know. Ariane Riemann commented, the phrase is out-of-body experience. Am I wrong thinking she kept saying outer body experience? I think I was saying outer body, even just now. Out-of-body experience, outer body. They both mean the same thing though. Like, outer your body, out of body. It means the same thing. Shh, don't get too caught up on the words. And Gwen Draven commented, love this channel and the content in your videos. Thank you. Thank you, Gwen, for being a loyal subscriber. I appreciate it. Thank you for commenting. Made my day. All right, guys, that's all the comments I'm shouting out for today's video. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shout out. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10 for more amazing videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.